Today I want to talk a little bit about street painting, and we've seen all these pride flags, just like we saw before Black Lives Matter, murals being painted all over towns. And whether you agree with that or not, you can do your own type of painting like that with chalk. And we probably all had sidewalk chalk or regular chalk on the sidewalk or the driveway when we were kids. And you can actually use it for therapy. This is a flower. These are sidewalk chalks. A flower and a gray square. That's actually black chalk, but it comes out gray. And I'm in my driveway. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be drawing elements of my car. So that's kind of the front of the car. I had thought it was the driver's seat. It's probably the engine. And I'm taking the whole idea of the mechanics of the car to chalk and the driveway. And I don't have my car anymore, so this is like a therapy. I put objects in the driveway. I have PTSD from a car accident, and a lot of my issue is residual images. And I can look out the window and wonder where the car is. Well, by putting an element here in the driveway, I now have something in the driveway. It's not the car, but it's in the same place where the car would have been. So this is a Fisher-Price, it's vintage, 2010 Fisher-Price Spirograph chalk maker. I've already outlined where the trunk of the car would be, and I'm going to go ahead and make some spirograph designs in this trunk area. And these are regular sidewalk chalk, very inexpensive from Job Lot, and a bristle brush, because the blending, you can blend and paint and be a street artist. And the beauty of it is, if anybody gets angry with you, or your landlord says, I don't like that one, you can get out the hose and wash it all away after you take a photograph. Life is fragile, and chalk is a wonderful way to describe that. Okay, I actually put the Fisher-Price thing aside for a moment, because those work best when you have pointed chalk. And I don't have the sharpener with me right now, so I decided to go ahead and just draw a flower. And I want to show you how the brush works. Just any kind of a bristle brush. And now I also have pointed chalk so that I can go ahead and use the spirograph. You can use the brush to mix colors, to shade colors. I'm doing this fairly quickly today because I want to get just the trunk area of the car and the driveway. And you can make these as simple or as detailed as you want. And we don't have the best asphalt for my driveway. The best place I had the best surface for this was New Bedford. The sidewalks and the patios in New Bedford are perfect for this. Now I'm using simple flower shapes. These are all hand drawn. I haven't blended them yet. And if you need to sharpen your chalk for a spirograph type thing, you can just do an outline around a square and it'll give you sharp chalk. There are different brands of these chalk machines. Another one is Crayola, which is a little bit different and has a center hub, and you get 6 different like petal designs, and you can interchange the petal designs that sit in the center. I happen to do spirograph anyway, so I have these which are made for 3 and up, and depending on the surface that you're working on, those are beautiful on wood. This driveway is really chunky on the top, so this is how the chalk comes out, with just applying it directly. Spirographs are not going to be very detailed, but I'm going to go ahead and add some here. And when I used to park my car, I never pulled in crooked like that. But now my life is crooked because I don't drive. So that's the front of the car, this is the back of the car, and it's not supposed to rain for a couple of days. I'm gonna keep adding to this in between rainstorms, and then maybe do it again. I want to see in a good rainstorm how much of it washes off. It's so much fun. If you remember Mary Poppins and Dick Van Dyke and going into the pastel artists, the chalk artists, drawings when they did that. I mean, it's just a wonderful way to keep your environment happy and cheerful and pretty. Now here's something else you can do. What I do, I have a chalk sharpener that came with a Fisher-Price spirograph thing. And you can I save the chalk from sharpening. And look at that. I just put it in a baby food jar. Take that bristle brush. And you've got a rainbow, a background, wild petals. You can make shapes, you can make a horse and colors. Isn't that wonderful? And my other jar, I have 2 jars of this right now, and the other one, because I keep shaking it, is kind of turning a little grayish brown. But what a wonderful way to use that instead of just throwing it away. Now the spirographs, I did a couple of them. I'm going to leave this the way it is for a little while and just think about it and what I might want to add to this. And this is, if you have a good surface, outdoor painting, if you have a really nice smooth piece of sidewalk or driveway, this can be extremely rewarding way to paint. And the fact that it is fragile gives you, it's very impromptu and capture the moment kind of thing. Like I said, I'm using simple shapes, but what it's getting me to do is go outside and go painting. And it's the same as any plein air painting if you've taken a whole set of oils and go paint a field. Only this way you're doing it with chalk. You might want to take pictures of your work though, because it's chalk.